This presentation is about universal design for learning and how it might inform your teaching. Deciding on teaching methods can be complicated, particularly as students in your classroom bring a wide variety of unique strengths, interests, and needs that can help or hinder their learning. So how can you teach a course that seeks to meet each student's individual needs? That's what Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, is all about. Principles of curriculum development that gives all individuals equal opportunity to learn. So what does UDL look like in your course? First, begin with your students' learning goals. After you determine those, UDL asks you to consider 3 areas of learning and instruction, and how you might make them accessible to the widest possible audience. Representation. Consider how course content is presented to the student. Expression. Consider how student is being asked to demonstrate their learning and applying it in new contexts. Engagement. Consider strategies that make the most of student motivation to learn. The key goal of representation is to provide multiple means for your students to access content. For example, think about your course readings. Are they presented in a way that allows users to view and read them? Can your PDFs be read by a screen reader? And can your students access them in both analog and digital formats? You might also consider how you present information. Often presenting ideas in multiple ways, like using graphics to accompany text, can help students with different learning preferences. Using graphic organizers can also help students organize and make sense of their knowledge. Increasingly, students are accessing content on mobile devices. You may consider how well digital content in your course can be accessed across multiple screen sizes and device types. And finally, representation often involves a variety of media. Simple strategies like including subtitles and learners who are hard of hearing can go a long way to help student success. Next, let's talk about expressions. Viewing differences in students' abilities, strengths, and preferences as a resource rather than in challenges. Some students may prefer to demonstrate their knowledge visually, while others tell stories or dialogue or write or read about their interests to engage in course content. Finally, let's talk about engagement. Engagement refers to allowing as many ways as possible for students to engage in their learning. Drawing from students' varied strengths and interests, consider using instructional strategies that capitalize on what motivates each individual student and how these motivations can be uniquely applied. There are a number of strategies you can use to draw on students' varied motivations and interests. One is to use voice and choice, which means drawing from students' interests, opinions, and ideas. This can be as simple as allowing students to choose between 2 different essay questions to as complex as doing a video or doing a creative writing project for their final assessment. Increasingly, faculty and students are placing greater emphasis on active learning. This refers to a variety of different methods and activities that ask students to be active agents in their learning and doing hands-on activities in the course. Finally, assignments that connect learning activities to the lived experiences of students increase motivation and engagement and capitalize on the wealth of experience students bring to the classroom. Consider service learning or other hands-on activities to provide students another pathway to learn course content. UDL includes a great variety of strategies to make your course content accessible to the widest possible audience. The question is, which will you use? On our next lesson, we will discuss accessibility for online learning. Thank you.